These ladies, and I'm a WNBA fan.
It's been a good season.
They cannot have this Caitlin Clark thing up any worse if they tried.
Well, this is very interesting indeed. Now, this unrivaled basketball league is been started by a group of WNBA.
In a seismic sports development, a massive $75 million offer has been extended to basketball sensation Caitlin Clark by the new unrivaled 3x3 League, in partnership with TNT, according to exclusive reports. This colossal agreement stands as one of the most substantial deals in the history of women's sports, and it's sending shockwaves through the basketball world. The most explosive detail: other WNBA players are reportedly furious, with jealousy at an all-time high. Stay tuned as we delve into this bombshell.
With TNT Sports, they're going to broadcast 2 games a week on TNT and 1 game a week on True TV.
The story, as it's been unveiled by sources, is a historic one for the rapidly expanding 3x3 basketball league. Unrivaled, their $75 million proposal to Clark goes far beyond a typical playing contract. It includes a substantial TV rights deal with TNT, strategically positioning Clark as the undisputed face of an unparalleled marketing campaign. This deal is reportedly 22 times larger than what other players are currently earning, and Unrivaled sees Clark as its brand representative, with the contract directly reflecting her star power. For Clark, this isn't just a chance to play, it's a career-defining opportunity for global growth, encompassing salary, endorsements, TV rights, and a special role as a brand ambassador.
Go ahead and look. Everywhere you turn, Indiana Fever's...
Beyond its significance for Clark's career, the $75 million offer could fundamentally alter the landscape of women's basketball. Clark might join a league that aims to directly compete with the WNBA and even international leagues in Europe. This could establish a new standard for player contracts, TV deals, and sponsorships. The WNBA averaged approximately 657,000 viewers per game in 2024, but Unrivaled is counting on Clark's celebrity to double that amount for their broadcasts. The approach by Unrivaled, though daring, is not without precedent. Remember how the NBA went global with icons like LeBron James and Michael Jordan? Unrivaled sees Clark as its Jordan, hoping to elevate the league to new heights. However, the reaction from WNBA players has been far from welcoming. The generous deal made to Clark has left a number of WNBA stars feeling disappointed. For context, reports indicate that current Unrivaled players make between $150,000 and $200,000, which is a tiny fraction of Clark's proposed compensation. When you consider that Aja Wilson, the current WNBA MVP, earns only around $230,000, you can imagine the intense feeling of jealousy among players. Aja Wilson and Angel Reese have publicly voiced their anger. It's no secret that Clark has become the biggest name in women's basketball, and this significant financial gap is difficult for many to accept. Some WNBA players are even speculating that Clark's $75 million contract could sow division within the league, potentially creating tension among players who are all fighting for equal recognition. Reese recently remarked, "I've been grinding my entire life, and we're still fighting for equal pay, and now one player is getting more than what the entire league makes in a year." So how does Caitlin Clark feel about the offer? According to those close to her, Clark is excited by the opportunity, but is also keenly aware of the potential for peer backlash. A lifelong advocate for the sport's expansion, Clark reportedly sees this as an opportunity to take women's basketball to new heights. Even if it means leaving the WNBA, she is aware that accepting the Unrivaled offer could have negative effects on her career and personal life. But she has always been a strong supporter of improved income and working conditions for all women's basketball players. While she hasn't made a final decision yet, this arrangement may force her to prioritize her own interests over team solidarity. Insiders say she is giving the offer careful thought due to its life-shifting ramifications. So why is Caitlin Clark's Unrivaled offer so important? The answer is straightforward: marketability and star power. During her rookie season in the WNBA, Clark's games attracted an average of 1.84 million viewers, and league attendance increased by 50%. Her popularity transcends basketball. She is a marketing sensation and a social media superstar, Unrivaled views Clark as a goldmine, the ideal athlete to spearhead its expansion. The league has already secured a $250 million television agreement with TNT, but to reach its full viewership potential, it needs a celebrity like Clark to secure her. The league is offering a deal that includes exclusive TV rights and sponsorships. From a commercial standpoint, the agreement benefits both Clark and the Big Three, as Unrivaled is banking that she can popularize 3x3 basketball in the same way she transformed the WNBA. This could be the moment when 3x3 basketball becomes a true contender to the traditional 5-on-5 game, all thanks to Clark's influence. But Clark's historic $75 million offer from Unrivaled isn't the first time a major basketball league outside of the WNBA has approached her. Unrivaled offers unprecedented financial security, while the league gains a global superstar to advance its brand. Ice Cube's Big3 League, famous for its thrilling 3-on-3 format and featuring retired NBA players and streetball legends, made headlines when it attempted to lure Clark with a $3 million deal. The Big Three had been trying to increase its audience, and Clark, who had just finished an incredible college season, was seen as the ideal catalyst to introduce the league to the general public. It's important to note that Ice Cube's $3 million offered to Clark was an audacious attempt to infuse the league, which has struggled to retain its youthful vitality and star power, with a new level of viewership for an entire season. Players in the Big Three typically earn between $100,000 and $500,000 in compensation. The offer of $3 million was one of the biggest in the league's history and demonstrated how much Ice Cube believed Clark could improve the league's reputation by offering 6 times the salary of a top-tier Big Three player. In addition to adding a female presence, Clark's inclusion in the Big Three was intended to bring in a generational talent that would appeal to both new and traditional basketball fans. Ice Cube has consistently advocated for the establishment of a league that transcends limitations and norms, and he thought that the league would experience an unprecedented level of excitement with the addition of a player of Clark's caliber, known for her deep three-point shooting, playmaking, and competitive spirit. However, Clark ultimately declined the offer, citing her preparation for her WNBA rookie season and her focus on establishing herself in traditional 5-on-5 basketball before considering other options. She said she believed it was critical to assist the WNBA in expanding its reach and visibility, particularly in light of the league's struggles with regard to revenue and viewership. But Ice Cube's offer indicated something significant. In addition to being a highly regarded player in the women's basketball scene, Caitlin Clark was also seen as a game-changing figure in the entire basketball landscape. Her influence was so strong that leagues like the Big Three, which are usually dominated by former NBA players, were eager to sign her, further solidifying the idea that Clark is a brand that can go beyond the boundaries of women's sports. Had Clark accepted Ice Cube's offer, it would have been a revolutionary move. The WNBA has never had an active player among the Big Three, and Clark's presence would have greatly increased league awareness. Her three-point shooting, which frequently extended beyond the Big Three's half-court style, would have benefited greatly from her NBA range and her talent for playing under pressure. In addition, her inclusion would have probably drawn more female viewers to the league, which would have been in line with Ice Cube's goal of making the Big Three more diverse and inclusive. Despite declining the offer, the fact that Ice Cube was prepared to give her $3 million speaks volumes about Clark's marketability and drawing power, as women's basketball players rarely receive offers from leagues outside of the traditional 5-on-5 competition, which usually features male players. Clark's decision to decline the offer also established a precedent, making it apparent that, even while money matters, her main goal is to have a long-lasting influence on women's basketball and contribute to changing how the sport is viewed in America. The Big Three offer was only a taste of the types of financial options Clark might pursue going forward. As she keeps setting records and creating buzz, more unusual offers are probably going to be made to her. Additionally, since players like Clark are increasingly being courted by other leagues in the US and overseas, the WNBA is under pressure to come up with innovative strategies to keep its biggest stars. The fact that Caitlin Clark is already receiving multi-million-dollar offers from outside leagues demonstrates her influence and potential to change women's basketball. If Clark ever chooses to consider a deal like this, it could have a significant impact on the WNBA's future and possibly the sports world. Ice Cube's offer to Clark is just one chapter in her quickly developing career. For starters, what would Clark's departure imply for the WNBA? It could close the gap between men's and women's basketball in ways we haven't seen before. The league's main attraction would disappear. As a rookie with the Indiana Fever, Clark led the WNBA in scoring, assists, and jersey sales. Her club even had to relocate home games to bigger arenas to meet demand. Without Clark, the WNBA may experience a sharp decline in TV ratings, product sales, and attendance. Given the WNBA's current financial difficulties, losing Clark would be a significant blow. In the same way that European leagues once enticed top NBA players in the 1980s, the WNBA may experience a talent exodus if more players follow Clark's lead. The league's current collective bargaining agreement is intended to promote equity and higher salaries, but it cannot match the enormous sums being offered by Unrivaled. More than just a contract, Caitlin Clark's $75 million offer from Unrivaled represents the shifting dynamics in women's basketball. If Clark agrees, it might usher in a new era for 3x3 basketball while also dealing the WNBA a serious blow. Although the WNBA players' jealousy is understandable, given the significant financial disparity, Clark's choice may eventually open the door for more lucrative contracts for female athletes. So will Caitlin Clark accept the $75 million and join Unrivaled, or remain faithful to the WNBA? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure: this choice will permanently alter the course of women's basketball. Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notify button, and let us know if you think Caitlin Clark should accept the $75 million offer from Unrivaled or remain in the WNBA.